Hey everyone, I haven't released a video in a while. Bet you wondered what happened to me. Um, well, lots happened actually. Um, birthday celebrations between my son and daughter. Um, Celebrated my anniversary at work. Um, we had still working at Star Mart. And make a long story short, um, still employed. My friend started to work out there. I can't mention his name. Uh, the other cool aspect, he's been doing pretty good. A little rusty, most people are, especially when you're new. Um, Gotta have a drink every now and again. Um, I just tell you, man, Pokemon Go has been great. Um, I'm at level 39. For those of you that follow the channel and follow my uploads and stuff like that. The really cool thing about that is been doing the challenges that I set aside a long time ago. 1,000 candy challenge. Uh, to add to my list, I have accomplished another 5 creatures since my last video. Over 1,000 candies. Uh, Quite a few of them are well over 1,000. Magikarp's getting really close. Um, there's quite a few of them that are really, really close with the new change in Pokemon Go, the original region. Some of which, Pikachu, I've already got a perfect Pikachu. Um, and I said Pikachu, not peek at you, okay? For those of you that were thinking a little X-rated there, no. It's a creature in Pokemon Go, okay? Um, and to bring you up to speed, I'm just over about 1,200,000 to next level. It was 5 million to start out with, so I've got 1,200,000 grace period. For those of you that are friends that follow the channel, thank you for your support with the gifts and things like that. I am getting really close to getting the gold medal on best friends, which is nice. Um, from the looks of it, I'm going to hit the gold medal of that before I hit level 40. And the only medal I'm going to be short is, for those of you that were wagering, taking a bet, there is obviously legendary battles isn't going to be gold. The distance traveling for exchanging Pokemon isn't going to be gold. Uh, Passing Pokemon back and forth, I'm not going to, trading, that's not going to be gold. The other thing that's not going to be gold is my raid battles, which follows with the legendaries, of course. Um, Man, there's just so much to tell you. Really, there is. Um, wow, I really don't know where to start. I got a Mr. Mime, I got a Gengar, I got a Farfetch'd, Gengascar, sorry. Um, Man, it's just, I've got all the regional stuff. I caught Mew with Mythical Discovery. And I did a couple legendary battles and got a couple Mewtwo's. I got a Mewtwo out of the deal. No, I didn't get any of the shinies. I did participate in the last event that they had for Community Day, and was so close to getting the 1,000 candy challenge on that. I started out with like right around 100, and I got really close to getting the 1,000 candy challenge that day. But I don't know. Eat your heart out. Be upset. Be jealous. Be mad. but I caught 7 shinies that day. Some of the people actually that I was catching with actually caught 12 shinies. Congrats to you guys. Now I didn't get the special move because I didn't. My phone died because I was going the old phrase "balls to the wall," catch, 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 catch. Um, if ands, buts, and the other thing. But my phone died, so I didn't get a chance to do the evolution during the time frame, so I didn't get the special move at the end. But I did end up with 7 shinies, and I evolved quite a few of them up the ladder. And yeah, I did get the shiny Geodude, for those of you that were wondering. Actually got a couple of them, and I evolved one all the way up already. It was a really good shiny, so I took it all the way up. And I hear people are looking to trade them things. Sorry, man, my collection's my collection. Um, and just to bring you up to speed, there are shiny Murkrows out there. I've seen a couple of them, and they weren't in the same gym. The other thing that gets me too is I actually saw a shiny Growlithe the other day. Man, I already got the shiny Puccirini, and I got all the Aloha stuff. I actually got a perfect Ninetales. For those of you that don't follow my channel, perfect Ninetales consists of, because I'm Valor, simply amazing HP, simply amazing attack, simply amazing defense, and gigantic. And I actually hatched one from an egg, to my amazement, Aloha region. And I was like, what the heck? So I renamed it my special name, and that way I can find all my perfect creatures in literally an instant. I just type in like 3 letters and they pop up. And I started powering it up, and then I realized, oh my gosh, this is going to take a lot of freaking Stardust. I mean, a lot of Stardust and a lot of candies. But I'm trying to do the 1,000 candy challenge before level 40. So I've been stockpiling my freaking lucky eggs like crazy. I'm like at 100 and some, almost 150 lucky eggs. And it's kind of, a lot of you are like, oh, 150 lucky eggs. But you know what? When I hit level 40, then I'm going to use it. Okay. Because then I will have done the 40 challenge. I've already been, 44,000 hours defending gyms. And I passed the over 50 gold gym badges. I've gotten finally all gold medals except for, and for those of you that were making a wager, yeah, I gotta pay somebody. Okay. It's too late to put your vote in now. But Magikarp was the one gold medal that I was going to be short. And right now, I'm short. You need 300 big catches for the Magikarp. And yeah, I'm below 200. Even with them spawning like crazy, like they have been, it's like 1 out of a dozen, maybe if you're lucky, for catching the big Magikarps. And yeah, and like I said, I'm already almost at another 1,000 candy for Gyarados, and so here I am looking at almost 1,000 candies, and I'm thinking, great, let's check that gold medal out, see how close I am to it. Yeah, I gotta be close. No. I think it's like 180 some I still need, or 90 some. I don't know. But, I'm nowhere near the 300 that I needed to get that gold medal. I got the Pikachu one. I got all the other ones. that were on the list. I even got the gold medal for training up gyms before they stopped that. And, so now I'm looking at my Pokédex going, dang, I finally got all the first region stuff. Um, I've started on the second region, looking at legendaries and things like that. And wow, I'm pretty close on the second. That's not an easy task, really isn't, with my schedule and how chaotic it is. I passed the $1 million Stardust or the million Stardust challenge. I'm well on my way to the 2 million mark. Uh, been using star pieces pretty much religiously when I know I'm going to be out for about an hour doing stuff, and that way I get double Stardust, and or not double, but increased Stardust, and I've got what 7 friends that are really close to best friends, and so it's literally like within the next 30 days. I think it's the next 30 days. I'm going to get that medal. And I'm not really worried about that so much because that's kind of a new addition for those of you that aren't familiar with it. You go around, you meet up people you know that play Pokemon Go. You try to find ones that do it on a daily basis. That way they can send you stuff back and forth. What you do is you got to go through, add them to your friends list, which is on your main screen. When you get off the main screen and you click on your particular item having to deal with your personal information, okay, of what you've caught and stuff like that, you click on that and then it'll give you a choice, all your personal information, or there's another side up there on the top of the screen, okay, it'll tell you. It'll say friends on one side and you on the other, me. Well, if you go to the friends list, you can actually get your trainer code and you can hit add a friend, and then you'll be able to switch your friend code back and forth and then send out your invite and accept it or not. It's your choice. Um, I'm over 30 friends. So thank you for all your support. I couldn't have done it without you guys. I appreciate some of the trades I made with some of you. It gave me an opportunity to get close to that silver. And so the trades didn't really, precisely, like, directly help me out because the creatures didn't, I didn't get perfect creatures, you know. And I hope they fix that bug eventually. And I think they will. I think they will fix that bug eventually to where if you send something out that's perfect, somebody else will get one that's perfect. Or if you send something out, I'm looking forward to that fix because I tried to send a near perfect creature to a friend of mine because he didn't have one of that. And it cost me a lot of Stardust to do it. But, and we were really good friends. We weren't like the best, but we were up there ways like ultra friends or something. And when I sent it to him, it lost some of the, because he's a lower level. But you would have thought if it was like really good for me, 2 out of 3, he should have got something similar. And instead, he wasn't mad about it, okay? He wasn't mad about it, but he sent me just a piece of crap creature. I mean, it didn't matter. It was a piece of crap. I didn't need it. But he needed the creature, and I would have loved to have at least seen him got a strong creature. But instead of taking and sending a simply amazing 2 out of 3, he ends up with may not be great in battle. Literally about the worst you can get. And, because I even showed him the creature I was going to send him. He's like, 2 feet away from me when I'm doing this. And I'm like, I'm gonna send you this. It's not the best, but it's not bad. And he took a look at it and goes, man, that's I don't even have one of those. So I sent it to him, and he hits a may not be great in battle, and I'm like, oh man, at least he got like new creature thing on his deal. But oh, what do you tell a guy after after that? Um, it's just I felt bad for him, but it is something he didn't have. I mean, it would have been nice if he would have got like a strong Pokemon or something, but to go from that great of a Pokemon down to a crappy one, it's like, oh man, dude, I'm so sorry. It's not my fault. I don't know what to tell you. I'm 39 and he's 34. So I don't see how it would have been. And it was a pretty sizable creature when I sent it over, the CP was pretty high. And yeah, and then when he got it, the CP was of course lower. But I think Niantic should at least given him a better range. It was an evolution that he needed. You know, and it really didn't do anything but add another character to his Pokédex. So I don't know what the big deal was. It's not like I sent him a legendary or anything. Speaking of legendaries, the Mewtwo battle was wow. There was like 9 of us total. When I showed up, there was only like 6, and we joined in 7. And then next thing I know, 2 more people joined in, and before it started, and it literally only had a matter of 40 seconds, 30, 40 seconds by the time I joined in. And within that time frame of it starting and my joining in, there was literally like 2 more people that quick jumped in. And I was still on my first set of Pokemon, first 6, and my creature had just died. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? So I had to quick thumb through stuff and I just booted up with my next Pokemon, getting ready to battle. When it said time's up, blah blah blah, congratulations, you won, da da da, and I'm like, what? So then I looked at it and went back through the footage and stuff I had, and I'm like, there was freaking 7 Valor. Wait, there was 6 Valor players in there. Red. There was 2 blue and 1 yellow. Total of 9. 6 red, 2 blue, and 1 yellow. The bar for red damage was like huge. It literally almost went from one end of the screen to the other. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Then I looked at blue, and blue was like, maybe half a thumb, I mean, they had done some damage. And then there's a little bit for yellow, just a little bit. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would have loved to seen the level of these players, to see what kind of damage they were doing. And because you don't know except in the load-in screen, then you can find out who's all battling it. But yeah, red definitely dominated that legendary battle. Here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, just on my friends list alone, there's like 4 level 40 players that are on my friends list. There are 1 blue level 40 level player and 1 yellow. The other 4 are all red. 4 red level 40 players. I'm thinking that most of the people that are still playing in my region that are high levels have been doing it for quite a while, obviously, are Valor. A lot of them I mean, just I can go through and look at their stats, how many times they battled, and how many times they've held gyms and everything else, how many creatures they've caught. Um, I'm not even level 40 yet, and I'm pretty close on a lot of these comparisons of these level 40 players. Some of them, yeah, I've spent more time defending gyms. Some of them, I have more creature catches. Some of them, I've battled twice as much. And so it's like, oh my goodness. I guess, you can always calculate how you're doing in comparison to all these other people, really. Because you often wonder. I often wonder, I'm almost level 40, and another million two, I'll be 40, level 40, and it's like, wow. Some of them I've caught more creatures, which tells me that they've either used a lot of lucky eggs or they battled a lot in gyms. Because there's only a certain few ways you can gain XP. And one of them, man, his battling gyms, like 12,000, 14,000, something like that. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of battling gyms. And then I talked to him, and we were comparing notes. And I have more time defending gyms, but he's got more battles won, which surprises me. Um, but he's got more creature catches. Little give and take there. Um, I've got more gold medal gyms than he does. But and then there's the lady. I'm not going to mention her name, obviously. Man, her stats are like way higher than mine. All of them. She's at like 44,000 creatures caught. She's at time defending in gyms at 52,000 hours. And she's level 40. She's been level 40 for, what'd you say, like 6 months. And now she just goes and targets gyms whenever she feels like it, for the heck of it. And she says she's got every creature. She goes and battles legendary battles during the day. And I told her, I said, I'd love to go hang out with you guys and do this stuff, but I got a job to do. And one of them's retired, and the other one's owns his own business. And between them and a couple other people, they all go out during the day, and that's what they do. They battle gyms, they do raid battles. And when I told them how many gyms I originally had at one time, and the next question they asked me was, because I'm in like what, I think 12 or 14 gyms right now, but that number will change. That number will probably change within the next 2 hours. I'll go lower. But and that's the way Sioux Falls is. You can take over a gym, and 2 hours later you're out of it. That's why I take over so many in the night, because it's like, hopefully people aren't going to target me as quick. So I got a little bit of leeway in time, for the sole purpose of most people are sleeping. So I'll go out at night and quick get into some red gyms, or take down a gym and quick throw in there, hoping that I can gain some time in the gym so that I can make it gold. And it's been working so far. It's been working so far. I'm up to, like I said, about 43, 44,000 hours defending gyms. Hoping to be at pretty close to 50 by the time I hit level 40. And yeah, that's 3 weeks. I'm figuring 3, 4 weeks roughly I will be at level 40. I'm not in a rush. Okay, I'm not in a rush. Hence the reason why I'm not using any of my lucky eggs. I already did my first catch of the day. Did my field research for the day. I did all my daily stuff except for spin a Pokestop, because I'd have to go a ways to do that. And I don't feel like doing that. So, it's at the end of my day. I'm relaxing, calming down. Went through, separated a bunch of stuff, took care of a bunch of stuff on Pokemon Go, talked to some friends of mine. This is the end of my day where it's quiet. I don't need to be running all over to do something. So, for those of you that do follow the channel, thank you for your support, and your views are greatly appreciated. Your comments, like I said, I owe you, man. You were right. Magikarp was going to be the hardest one. Uh, I actually thought it was going to be easier than that. I really did. Um, but you're right. I mean, it's such a limited creature, and when it does spawn, the chances of even getting it are that much limited even more. I thought the Pikachu was going to be bad, but then you got seasonal things where they pop up all the time, like Christmas, Halloween, anniversaries, and then happy birthday. They got different times of the year where you can always catch a Pikachu. So to get the Pikachu medal, I should have known that that wasn't going to be so difficult. And you were right, man. Magikarp is literally the hardest. The other one that was kind of a pain that I was kind of questioning was the Dragon type. But after thumbing through my Pokédex and checking out different Pokemon and things like that, you were right again. There are quite a few different Dragon type Pokemon out there, and with the Aloha region, the Executor is considered Dragon type. And when that was spawning like crazy, I caught a bunch of dragons on that day. Swabu, the evolution of Swabu, is a dragon. And then, of course, you got Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. And those do count as your dragon type Pokemon. So when you evolve it from a Dratini to a Dragonair, it counts as a dragon type. When you evolve the Dragonair to a Dragonite, counts as another dragon. So within one creature, you get three different dragons. So that medal wasn't too hard to get. After I started looking at the Pokédex and started looking at what was available and what wasn't. Plus, there's quite a few other creatures. Not necessarily when you catch it, but as you evolve it, like with the Swabu. You take the Swabu, and when you evolve the Swabu, then it becomes a dragon type, and that counts towards your medal. Okay, so for those of you that are following your medals and were worried and concerned, um, yeah, your main one that you should really be concerned about will be that Magikarp. That Magikarp medal is a pain. Uh, Level 40, and I still don't have a gold in it. Everything else, if I were to show you my Pokédex right now and show you my what I got for stats and everything else, um, you might actually be somewhat surprised in a negative fashion, expecting some of that stuff to be higher than what it is. But you also got to realize I've got a full time job and then some. My hours are chaotic. I have to take care of kids before school and after school. My time of playing the game has been very limited. Very limited. I do make a point of taking the time every day to do it, though. And it shows. It shows in the levels, it shows in the creatures, it shows in the candies of the creatures. A lot of them, are over 400 candies. I'd say about 70% of them are over 400 candies. And there's a few that are like 300 and some. I've got some, like with the rare ones. Even my Snorlax is over 200. Ditto Candy's almost at 600. And, Spinda, I've been, I got a perfect Spinda all the way through. Everything's perfect on him or her. and I've powered it up almost to the max. I'm like maybe a pinky, about my pinky away. So when I finish powering up Spinda the rest of the way, um, it's about like that much on it. I've got what 95 candies to power it up the rest of the way. So I mean, it's not like Spinda's hurting, but then I've got Soul Rock and Lunatone, and they're both creatures that are rare spawns, and they're kind of low on the candy side. I mean, like below 100 low, and I don't even have a perfect either one of those two yet. But my other candies for the other creatures are right around 200, 300, and so they're way up there. But yeah, I'd say about 70%, 80% are right around the 700 mark, which is good, which is good. Um, I just got a Bellsprout is like within 100, and which for those of you that don't follow the game, that's like less than 20 creatures, especially if you're using pineapple berries, because you get double candy for catching them. Well, you get three for catching them normally, and one for getting rid of them, and so you're talking four per creature. Well, if I use a pineapple on it, I just got six for catching it and one for getting rid of it. That's seven. 7 times 4 is 28. Okay. 28 times 4, that's 16 total. Like I said, less than 20 creatures, I could easily have Bellsprout maxed out. Taurus is maxed over 1,000. I'm still waiting on my perfect Taurus. Uh, Man, I've got so many different creatures that I've actually got that were perfect, um, and I'm amazed because I've caught less than 40,000 creatures. By the way, by the time I hit level 40, I will have surpassed 40,000 creatures, and that's pretty exciting. Um, of course, the Pidgeys over 1,000. Rat is over 1,000. You know. Oh, the new one I just got the other day was an Oddish. That's over 1,000. Gengar Candy is like 800. Gasoline, Ghastly Candy. I use it to power up my I got two perfect Gengars, and that's why the whole 1,000 candy and 2 million Stardust is for not vanity. I have plans. Um, of literally taking every perfect Pokemon I have, my Rhydon and all them. I don't have a perfect Blissey. 2 out of 3. Got two of them. One's attack defense, the other one's defense and HP. And both of them are near the 3,000 to 8 mark. Blissey Candies or Chansey Candy is at about almost 300. So I could evolve any of my other Chanseys into Blissies, but I'm not going to. I have a friend of mine that wants a Chansey, so I'm going to send him one. And it's a pretty decent one. It's not the best. Plus, the Chanseys were spawning there for a while, and I ended up with like, heck, I think I'm sitting on 9 or 10 Chanseys right now. And for those of you that follow the game, Chansey's a beast. You power the Chansey all the way up, and the HP, as long as the HP goes up with it, you're going to have a very hard time taking it out by dealing enough damage, one person to it. And it gets worse when you evolve it into a Blissey. So, but I figured, hey, I'd shoot you guys a list on what's going on, let you know how things are going at my end. let you know that I just celebrated my birthday not too long ago in September here. And funny, I don't feel older, but I just another day of the week for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard it all before. Before you say it, but it's the day you were born. No, so many years ago, it was the day I was born. You know, in our culture, we get presents, and in some of the Eastern cultures, you give presents to your friends on your birthday because you're just happy to spend your life with them. So your birthday celebration is, hey, I'm happy to be with you. Here you go. In our culture, it's like, yeah, you're happy that I'm your friend. You're giving me gifts. Moment of pause to think about how that works. I don't know. I don't know. Usually, you give gifts when you're happy about something. Um, as for my birthday, I don't know. It was a good birthday. Uh, all around, it was a good birthday. Um, people knew I ate at certain places, so I got gift cards for it. People know that I played Magic, so I ended up with cards. People know that I play Pokemon Go, so they, helped out with that. All around, and people knew I drink a lot of coffee and stuff like that, so I ended up with mugs and things of the such. Um, got a new wallet. My other wallet I've had for, well, since I was in the military. Got it when I was in the Navy. It's even got the Navy Eagle on it. Um, yeah, I mean, I got a lot of gifts. I got some cards. My son even made a giant thing, wrote on it, and it was great. Um, it's one of those things. I was very happy for the time I spent with the people that were close to me. And it wasn't so much about the gifts, it was about the people being there and spending time and appreciating the time that we had with each other. And that means a lot to me. I'm getting a little choked up over it, sorry. But that's probably what meant the most to me. Um, for those of you that do follow the channel, thank you. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate the comments. Uh, at least you know I'm still alive, and there's a lot more videos to come. I've done work with the music. Another reason why I haven't released any videos, I've been, as you can see, bags under the eyes. Um, lots of hours, lots of hours, not a lot of days. Uh, we'll get there. Not where I want to be right now, but we'll be there. Um, thank you again. I hope you enjoyed this video. In some cases, I hope it was informative. I really hope that you take the time to listen to the things I've shared with you. And I hope my videos mean something to somebody, you know. If nothing else, my grandkids will have an opportunity to look back at it and go, hey, I know that man. That's my grandpa. He put videos out, I mean, he can go all the way back. So, it beats having to record like video camera stuff and you got the videos sitting up there and then your video camera rotting away or the videotape breaking and you lose all that footage that was on it. This way I can tell my great grandchildren or great great grandchildren of, hey, this is what I did on this day, the month of September. Well, Grandpa played Pokemon Go. What the heck's that? You know, that's like somebody saying what's a Sega or what's a the old school Nintendo or what's an Atari? You know, it's one of those things. You know, my generation's seen video games start, and now you see video games and they look pretty realistic. Fortnite's awesome. I don't record those videos. Sorry, man. Um, there's so many people out there doing that same stuff. Fortnite this, Fortnite that. Minecraft this, Minecraft that. My videos are different, but you know what? I'm different. We're all different. Um, I love you guys. Have a good night, and you'll hear from me again. You can count on it. But until next time, stay safe, enjoy life, and do what you can. Be your best.